it the fastest in the Black Sea. Don't be fooled by its small size. So it struck it devastatingly. Beyond limits. The waters of the seas and oceans turn into rugged areas. A new weapon is on the surface of the war. It's the Ukrainian Sea. Miracle Majora. The latest and most dangerous watercourse on the face of the sea. You bet on it. To stop the Russian fleet alone. She succeeded in secret operations. And sensitive, they say. The sea is afraid of. So what can you do? Becoming the key to Ukrainian victory in naval confrontations. Sea miracle. They're equipment from the 20th century. As for us, our weapons are from the 21st century. There's 100 years between us. This is how Ukrainians began thinking about their new naval career. Yeah, they think it will be an impossible mission for the Russians, even if they open fire on it. And bullets penetrate it. It will reach its target. They consider it not just keeping up with, Navy, but rather a water miracle. Gav is proud that Magura is a Ukrainian in full. All its components were designed, tested, and manufactured within Ukraine. Its main task is to blockade Russian ships in the waters. Turbulent transfer of the Black Sea. It has an amazing design that makes it almost hidden in of the sea, which makes it hard to detect. It runs as if it is hidden in of water. It's not half a meter high, so it can get away with dexterity countermeasures of enemy attempts to strike it. The Ukrainian manufacturer awarded extremely advanced technological features, not seen in any Marine March before. Dual vision optical system with night vision capability. Gyroscope sensors to accurately determine directions and inclinations. State of the Art Marine radar, in addition to a rangefinder. Ultra-sensitive equipment to transmit detailed images and data. Next to detecting the locations of other ships nearby and warning of the suspicious Marine. The credit for all of this is due to its direct and fast connection to satellites and the internet. The boats are equipped. Advanced optoelectronic stations and Starlink pneumatics. Complete control of its movement in the water. The control panel looks a little bigger than a laptop, through which several boats can be directed. On in swarm mode, this means that the Marchers are able to attack at their targets in record time. Highly advanced marine technology. These remotely operated boats allow sailors with a range of up to 800 kilometers. In one voyage, carry explosives exceeding 300 kilos on board. Grams. It enables it to kill any ship that intercepts it, and half of the target it's sent. Knockout mechanism. It is more than 5 meters long, and 1.5 meters wide. Only brag. It weighs about 1,000 kilograms, but the advantage is not in its small volume. It is also very fast. It cuts the sea at a speed of 80 kilometers and superior to any other craft in existence in the Black Sea. And thanks to the advantage of intelligent hydrodynamic design and the developed engine, the March can easily change its course. And Ukraine's rush to any point, you wanted a cruising speed of 22 knots, naval and air access of maximum 40, 2 knots. Ease of launching Magura boats, given it preference. Only 2 people operate it and run it at sea. Done! Need special platforms or cranes. Majora is not only capable in destroying enemy ships, but it is the perfect way to attack. Reconnaissance and patrolling at sea. It is also used to transport goods and carry out special operations. It has great flexibility, since it is equipped with a different set of sensors and load according to the needs. Each mission to become a multi-purpose platform used for mines, protection of the naval fleet, and search and rescue. Also, the mercenaries. Those boats in the war can reduce human losses aft of the battlefields, and it receives bullets in its chest instead of fighters. Who run the battles from inside the air? Condition rooms! The Ukrainian war in February 2022 to strengthen Ukraine's forces to counter the Russians in it. Water production. The American newspaper, the Financial Times, monitored the entry of these. The Ukrainian suicide boats, rigged with bombs, were transferred to the Black Sea at the beginning of the war. This has since undergone marches to great development. It went from prototypes to this new development called Majoris. Fife. First introduced a few days ago at the International Defense Industry Exhibition. Istanbul. United 24, which has collected financial donations from individuals and companies, was carried out around the world to support the Ukrainian cause. What did Majora do? We will be starting another fundraiser next week. Ukrainans wants more weapons of this type. We want an entire of sea marches. This is in early October. It appears highly motivated towards these drones after successful missions against them. Russian Black Sea Fleet near the famous Crimea. When a march carried out a staggering attack against 3 Russian warships, including the new Russian frigate, which had recently joined the service. Admiral Makarov, the Ukrainian president, did not intend to show off. He asked for more. The boats after everyone, especially the Ukrainians, saw how the performance of those cruisers in several attacks. This is the catch bridge that connects Russia's last port of Sevastopol. It was carried out by naval marches, according to what Kiev announced at the time. The Ukrainian defensive that the intended marches are Majora. And it's to have been used in at least 2 operations this year, including the sources confirms last 2 attack. Although the Russian Defense Ministry repulsed the attack and destroyed marches using ship's artillery. However, those marches showed the extent of surprisingly longer. In the middle of last July, a newspaper wrote that the Monkey was attacked on the 16th of July. Their arsenals with this type of suicidal naval marches on the 2 reconnaissance ships of the Russian Navy in May and June, with extreme precision in hitting sensitive targets, is evidence of being able to. The Ukrainians deal with this kind of weapon, regardless of whether or not the newspaper is biased toward the Ukrainian marches. But we disagree that the naval march is difficult to deal with in wars. Modern, and it has become an indispensable tool because of its advantages and multiple tasks that it performs at a relatively low cost compared to the cost of systems. Humanity. And you tell us your opinion? Will the sea marches have the word of decide on the future of the conflict at sea? A stab.